Hello there, we are the team of AJ, Dom, and Joseph, and we are amateur astrophotographers looking to investigate deep space objects such as black holes, distant galaxies, and planets, etc. We also hope to photograph many of these phenomena and further our knowledge of the cosmos. In order to achieve these goals, our telescopes need to meet a few selective criteria, such as a large aperture to collect much light, so that dim objects may be brighter for a better image and a cleaner photograph. The telescope must also be portable, so we can travel to areas other than New Jersey, which is littered with light pollution. But just as it must be portable, it must also be strong, durable, and easy to assemble. Because most reflectors are large and therefore difficult to transport, we are very wary of buying one. We are also looking for a telescope that will not cripple us financially. At the most, we hope to spend $5,000, give or take a couple hundred, to cover accessories and maintenance. Since we are amateurs, we are also looking for a telescope that is very user-friendly, specifically one that has a GPS system to leave very little margin for error.
While searching for a telescope that best fit our needs, we narrowed our search down to 5 possible candidates. The Celestron Advanced Series C11, SGT, the Meade 8-inch LX200 ACF, the Celestron CGM, the Vixen VC200L, and the Vixen R200SS. Each of these telescopes caught our eye because they match most of our criteria.
Meade 8-inch LX200 is very beneficial to our objectives and meets much of our criteria. The main benefits of LX200 are its relatively large aperture size, requiring for a fair amount of light in so that we may properly photograph these deep space objects. It has a very slow focal ratio, which further benefits our desire to be astrophotographers. The LX200 is also a very lightweight and durable telescope, with a price of $2,789, making it a contender amongst other high-end telescopes, which still maintaining affordability. The setbacks of this telescope are that it is still a low-end telescope, and though it's more affordable, it can't hold up against some that are actually cheaper, enough for better results. Main accessories for the LX200 would be carrying cases, its tripod, a moon filter, and a simple car boot adapter, so that it may be transported safely and powered while on the go.
The third telescope we considered was the Celestron CGEM. This is a Canada optic telescope that very closely meets almost all our criteria. There are definitely more benefits and drawbacks with this telescope. Some of the benefits are that it has a large aperture size of 280 millimeters. It's got a reasonable focal length that won't hinder our field of view, but at the same time will allow us to zoom in far enough to capture accurate photos of several different phenomena. It has a star-bright XLT coating so that as to decrease diffraction and allows us to see an overall clear image. Its focal ratio is 10, which is extremely beneficial to our objective. Another benefit is its weight of only 120 pounds, which allows us to move this telescope around with ease. One drawback would definitely be that this telescope's main power source is the battery of a car. Also needs to have at least 2 17-pound counterweights, which put our total weight up to 154 pounds.
Our fourth telescope choice was the Vixen R200SS. The R200SS is the only reflector amongst our choices and has many positive characteristics that would aid us in achieving our goals. The Vixen R200SS has a relatively small aperture size compared to our other choices, making it not as useful for viewing very deep, dim objects, but it is very good astrophotography capabilities when viewing objects not as far. A benefit of the Vixen is that it is a reflector and we do not have to worry about optical diffraction and the distortion of our images and pictures. The R200SS also comes with the GPS, a characteristic rarely found in many high-end reflectors. A drawback of the Vixen is that for what it has to offer is very expensive compared to the refractors and catadioptrics with greater seeing capabilities. Some accessories needed for the Vixen are a set of counterweights to keep the telescope balanced, a carrying case to protect and transport the telescope safely, a car adapter so that the telescope can be used wherever we may travel, and various filters such as a moon filter to better view closer, brighter objects.
aperture than the rest, 200 millimeters. It also has a small focal length, which is not necessarily a problem. The smaller focal length simply means that we are not zoomed in too far. We researched different photos people who already own a telescope have taken, and we discovered that with this telescope, it's basically a hit or miss. If you're lucky, you can get a really beautiful image, but just one thing is slightly wrong, you can get a green, yellow, and a poor image.
After researching all these telescopes, we finally decided to go on the Celestron Advent Series C11 SGT as our telescope of choice. The C11 offered everything we needed at a very affordable price, which is exactly what we as amateur astronomers are looking for. The C11 has a large aperture, allowing us to view dim objects, and a slow focal ratio of 10 combined with a resolution of 5 arc seconds, allowing for the forming of a clear image and a beautiful picture. C11 is very strong and durable, and though it requires some minor accessories, we can rest assured that it is sound investment made by the trusted company Celestron.